Hello, Stormwater Designers. Welcome back to another FE exam review problem. It's more from the math section, and today we're going to go over taking the derivative of a few different kinds of problems here. It's important on the FE exam when you have a section like the math section where we're dealing with fundamentals such as derivatives that we get as many of those questions correct, and it's really going to help us pass the exam if we get some of those more gimme questions, so to speak, that really rely on the basics here. So it's always good to review that. Now let's get into the problem. So this is going to be a two-parter today. So here's the first practice problem. Find the derivative of the equation 3x squared minus 6x plus 5. It's always important to remember our fundamentals here. We've got our four different choices. And now in the FE handbook, there are all the derivatives and indefinite integrals listed out here that you can look at. And so here's some of the basic ones that we can find. And if you're taking the FE exam, it's likely that you've taken a higher level of calculus course and you understand how the derivative works. But it's always good to review, especially when we look at the trigonometric derivatives and integrals. It can be easy to forget those. So it's important to review those. They are in the FE manual. This is a pretty basic derivative, however. But we just want to remember our fundamentals. Drop the power down and multiply it by the number in front of it. And then subtract that power by 1. And then if you have any numbers without a variable, well, they're just going to completely disappear. So we have 3x squared. We drop the 2 down, multiply it by 3, we get 6. Then subtract the power by 1. And so we're going to have 6x raised to the first power. So we're just going to leave that as 6x. Same thing with minus 6x. The x will go away. Now we just have minus 6, and the 5 will completely disappear. So the answer to the first problem is 6x minus 6. For the equation 3x squared minus 6x plus 5. And now we're going to get into another scenario here. Find the derivative of the equation sine x plus 3 cosine x. So this is a little more complicated. And we're going to refer to the FE manual for the trigonometric derivatives. And we're going to have to employ another calculus method here when it comes to finding the derivative of that second term. So here's some of the trigonometric derivatives. Sine u equals cosine u equals negative sine, and so on. And we're also going to have to employ, like I said, another trick here. So here's the given equation. We need to find the derivative. Well, sine x, as we saw, how equals cosine x. So that'll be pretty straightforward. The derivative of sine equals cosine. Now, what are we going to have to do with that second term? We're going to have to use our 1d2 plus 2d1. And we should remember this from calculus, right? The first term times the derivative of the second term. Plus the second term times the derivative of the first term. That'll give us the answer to the derivative of that 3 cosine x. So how do we do that? The first term was 3 times cosine, or the derivative of cosine, I should say, which is negative sine x, plus cosine x, which is the second term, times the derivative of the first term. And remember, the derivative of a constant like 3, well, it's just going to equal 0. So that second term goes away, and we just end up with negative 3 sine x. So our final answer will be cosine x minus 3 sine x. So the answer here will be C for find the derivative of the equation sine x plus 3 cosine x. If you're struggling with some FE exam problems, especially water resources problems, download our free FE exam water resources guide. Walks you through how to solve a bunch of different kinds of problems in the equations that you will utilize. We're also working on guides for other topics in the FE exam, such as mathematics. So click the link down below. It's completely free, and we'll see you guys in the next video.